Okay. Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 2, Sankhya Yoga, contents of the Gita summarized. Sanjaya Uvacha Tam Tadha Kripayavishtam Ashrupurnakulekshanam Vishidantam idam vakyam uvacha Madhusudanaha. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Kutastva Kashmalamidam Vishame Samupastitam Anarya Justam Asvargyam Akirtikaram Arjuna Klaibyam Asmagama Partha Naitattvai Upapadhyate Kshudram Hrudaya Daurbhalyam Tyaktvottishta Parantapa Arjuna Uvacha Katam Bhishmam Aham Sankhe Dronam Cha Madhusudana Ishubhihi Pratiyotsyami Pujarhau Arisudana Guruna Hatva Hi Mahanubhavan Shreyo Bhoktum Vaikshamapi Haloke Atvarta Kamamstu Guru Nihaiva Bunjiya Bhogan Rudira Pradigdan Nachaitadvidmaha Kataranno Gariyo Yadva Jayema Yadivano Jayeyuhu Yaneva Hatva Najijivishamasteva Stita Pramuke Dhartarashtraha Karpanyadosho Pahata Svabhava Pritchami Tvam Dharma Sammudachetah Yachreyasyanishchitam bruhi tanme shishyasteham shadimam tvam prapannam Nahi prapashyami mamapanudhyad yachokamuchoshanamindriyanam Avapya bhumao asapatnam riddham rajyam suranam api chadipatyam Sanjaya Uvacha Eva Muktva Hrishikesham Gudakesha Parantapa Nayotsya iti Govindam Uktva Tushnim Babhuvaha Tamuvacha Hrishikesha Prahasanniva Bharata सेनयोरुभयोर्मध्ये विषीदन्तम् इदं वचः श्रीभगवानुवाच अशोच्यानन्वशोचस्त्वं प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे गतासु न गतासूंश्च नानुशोचन्ति पण्डिताः न त्वेवाहं जातु नासं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपाः न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयम् अतः परम् देहिनोऽस्मिन् यथा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तरप्राप्तिर्धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदा
सुखदुःखदा
आगमापायिनो नित्यास्तां तितिक्षस्व भारत
आगमापायिनो नित्यात्मांस्तितिक्षस्व भारत
यं हि न व्यतयन्त्येते पुरुषं पुरुषर्षभ
यं न व्यतन्ते ते पुरुषं पुरुषः
समदुःखसुखं धीरं सोऽमृतत्वाय कल्पते
समदुःखं सुखं धीरं सोमत्वाय कल्पते
नासतो विद्यते भावो नाभावो विद्यते सतः
नासतो विद्यते भावो नाभावो विद्यते सता
उभयोरपि दृष्टोऽन्तस्त्वनयोस्तत्त्वदर्शिभिः
उभयोरपि दृष्टान्तः
अविनाशि तु तद्विद्धि येन सर्वम् इदं तदम्
सर्वमिदं ततं
विनाशम् अव्ययस्यास्य न कश्चित् कर्तुमर्हति
विनाशम् अव्ययस्य नासि यत्कर्तुम् अर्हे
अन्तवन्त इमे देहा नित्यशोक्ता शरीरिणः अनाशिनो प्रमेयस्य तस्माद्युध्यस्व भारत
अनासिनो प्रमेयस्य तमस्युद्धस्य भारत
ययेनं वेत्ति हन्तारं यश्चैनं मन्यते मृतम्
यन्निनं विद्धि हन्तारं यश्चैनं हतम्
उभौ तौ न विजानीतो नायं हन्ति न हन्यते
उभौ तौ न जायन्तो नायं हन्ति न हयन्ते
न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन्नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः
जायते मृत्युं वनभूयम्
अजो नित्याशाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे
अजो नित्यास्वादुराणो शरीरे
वेदाविनाशिनं नित्यं ययेनं अजमव्ययम् कथं सा पुरुषा पार्थ कं घातयति हन्तिकम् वासांसि जीर्णानि यथा विहाय नवानि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि
नवाणि गृह्णाति नरोपराणि
तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि
तथा शरीराणि विहाय जीर्णानि अन्यानि संयाति नवानि देहि
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः
न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो न शोषयति मारुतः
न चैनं क्लेदयन्त्यापो
अच्छेद्योऽयम् अदाह्योऽयम् अक्लेद्यो शोष्य एव च नित्यसर्वागतास्तानुरचलोऽयं सनातनः अव्यक्तोऽयम् अचिन्त्योऽयम् अविकार्योऽयमुच्यते तस्मादेवं विदित्वैनं नानुशोचितुमर्हसि अथा चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतम्
अथा चैनं नित्यजातं नित्यं वा मन्यसे मृतम्
तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि
तथापि त्वं महाबाहो नैनं शोचितुमर्हसि
जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युर्ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च
जातस्य हि ध्रुवो मृत्युर्ध्रुवं जन्म मृतस्य च
तस्मादपरिहार्येते न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि
तस्मादपरिहार्येते न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि
अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमध्यानि भारत
अव्यक्तादीनि भूतानि व्यक्तमद्यानि भारत
अव्यक्तनिधनान्येव तत्र का परिदेवना
अव्यक्तनिधनादेव तत्र परिदेवना
आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेनम् आश्चर्यवद् वदति तथैव चान्यः
आश्चर्यवत् पश्यति कश्चिदेन माश्चर्यवत् वदति तथैव चान्यः
आश्चर्यवच्चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वाप्येनं वेद न चैव कश्चित्
आश्चर्यवच्चैनमन्यः शृणोति श्रुत्वापि वेद न चैव कश्चित्
देहि नित्यम् अवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत
देहि नित्यम् अवध्योऽयं देहे सर्वस्य भारत
तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि
तस्मात् सर्वाणि भूतानि न त्वं शोचितुमर्हसि
स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष न विकम्पितुमर्हसि
स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुमर्हसि
धर्म्याद्धियुद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते
धर्माद्धियुद्धश्चेयोऽन्यः क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते
यादृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतम्
यादृच्छया चोपपन्नं स्वर्गद्वारमपावृतं
सुखिनः क्षत्रिया पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम्
सुखिनः क्षत्रियः पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम्
अथ चेत्त्वमिमं धर्म्यं सङ्ग्रामं न करिष्यसि
अथ चेदमिमं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि
तथा स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि
तथा स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापमवाप्स्यसि
अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययाम्
अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययाम्
सम्भावितस्य चाकीर्तेर्मरणादतिरुच्यते
सम्भावितस्य च कीर्तिर्मरणादतिरिच्यते
भयाद्रणादुपरतं मंस्यन्ते त्वां महारथाः
भयाद्रणादुपरतं
येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्
येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूत्वा यस्यासि लाघवम्
अवाच्यवादांश्च बहून् वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिताः
अवाच्यवादांश्च बहून् वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिताः
निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरं नु किम्
निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरं नु किम्
हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा मोक्षसे महिम्
हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा मोक्ष्यसि महिम्
तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः
तस्मादुत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः
सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जयाजयौ
सुखदुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जयाजयौ
ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापम् अवाप्स्यसि
ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापमवाप्स्यसि
एषा ते विहिता साङ्ख्ये बुद्धिर्योगे त्विमां शृणु
ईशान्ते विहिता साङ्ख्ये बुद्धिर्योगो शृणु
बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहास्यसि
बुद्ध्या युक्तो यया पार्थ कर्मबन्धं प्रहस्यसि
देहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते
देहाभिक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रत्यवायो न विद्यते
स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्
स्वल्पमप्यस्य धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात्
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिरेकेह कुरु नन्दन
व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिरेकेन कुरु नन्दन
बहुशाखाह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्
बहुशाखाह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम्
यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः
यामिमां पुष्पितां वाचं प्रवदन्त्यविपश्चितः
वेदवादरधः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः
वेदवादरतः पार्थ नान्यदस्तीति वादिनः
कामात्मना स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदाम्
कामात्मानं स्वर्गपरा जन्म कर्म फलप्रदम्
क्रियाविशेष बहुलां भोगैश्वर्यगतिं प्रति भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तया पाकृतचेतसाम् व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते त्रैगुण्या विषया वेदा निस्त्रैगुण्यो भवार्जुन निर्द्वन्द्वो नित्यसत्त्वस्थो निर्योगक्षेम आत्मवान् यावानर्थ उदपाने सर्वथा सम्प्लुतोदके तावान् सर्वेषु वेदेषु ब्राह्मणस्याभिजानतः कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भूर्मा ते सङ्गोऽस्त्वकर्मणि योगस्ता कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्यो समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते दूरेण ह्यवरं कर्म बुद्धियोगात् धनञ्जय बुद्धौ शरणमन्विच्छ कृपणा फलहेतवः बुद्धियुक्तो जहातीह उभे सुकृतदुष्कृते तस्माद्योगाय युज्यस्व योगकर्मसु कौशलम् कर्मजं बुद्धियुक्ता हि फलं त्यक्त्वा मनीषिणः जन्मबन्धविनिर्मुक्ता पदं गच्छन्त्यनामयम् यदा ते मोहकलिलं बुद्धिर्व्यतितरिष्यति तदा गन्तासि निर्वेदं श्रोतव्यस्य श्रुतस्य च श्रुतिविप्रतिपन्ना ते यदा स्थास्यसि निश्चला समाधौ अचला बुद्धिस्तथा योगम् अवाप्स्यसि अर्जुन उवाच स्थितप्रज्ञस्य का भाषा समाधिस्तस्य केशव स्थितधि किं प्रभाषेत किमासीत व्रजेत किम् श्रीभगवानुवाच प्रजहाति यदा कामान् सर्वान् पार्थमनोगतान् आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टः स्थितप्रज्ञस्तदोच्यते दुःखेष्वनुद्विग्नमनाः सुखेषु विगतस्पृहः वीतरागभयक्रोधा स्थितधीर्मुनिरुच्यते यः सर्वत्रानभिस्नेहस्तत्तत्प्राप्याशुभाशुभम् नाभिनन्दति न द्वेष्टि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता यदा संहरते चायं कूर्मोऽङ्गानीव सर्वशः इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यस्तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता विषया विनिवर्तन्ते निराहारस्य देहिनः रसवर्जं रसोऽप्यस्य परं दृष्ट्वा निवर्तते यततो ह्यपि कौन्तेय पुरुषस्य विपश्चितः इन्द्रियाणि प्रमादीनि हरन्ति प्रसभं मनः तानि सर्वाणि संयम्य युक्त आसीत मत्परः वशे हि यस्येन्द्रियाणि तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता ध्यायतो विषयान् पुंसः सङ्गस्तेषूपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते कामा कामात् क्रोधो विजायते क्रोधात् क्रोधाद् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः
क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः
स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति
स्मृतिभ्रंशात् बुद्धिनाशो बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति
रागद्वेषविमुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन्
रागद्वेषविमुक्तैस्तु विषयान् इन्द्रियैश्चरन्
आत्मवश्यैर्विधेयात्मा प्रसादम् अधिगच्छति
आत्मवश्ये विधेयात्मा प्रसादमधिगच्छति
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते
प्रसादे सर्वदुःखानां हानिरस्योपजायते
प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्यासु बुद्धिपर्यवतिष्ठते
प्रसन्नचेतसो ह्यासु बुद्धिपर्यवतिष्ठते
नास्ति बुद्धिरयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना
नास्ति बुद्धिर्नयुक्तस्य न चायुक्तस्य भावना
न चाभावयतः शान्तिरशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्
न चाभवयतः शान्तिरशान्तस्य कुतः सुखम्
इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनोनुविधीयते
इन्द्रियाणां हि चरतां यन्मनोनुविधीयते
तदस्याहरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावम् इवाम्बसि
तदस्य हरति प्रज्ञां वायुर्नावम् इवाम्बसि
तस्माद्यस्य महाबाहो निगृहीतानि सर्वशः
तस्मादस्य महाबाहो निगृहीतानि सर्वशः
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यस्तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
इन्द्रियाणीन्द्रियार्थेभ्यस्तस्य प्रज्ञा प्रतिष्ठिता
यानि सा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमी
यानिशा सर्वभूतानां तस्यां जागर्ति संयमी
यस्यां जागृति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः
यस्यां जागर्ति भूतानि सा निशा पश्यतो मुनेः
अपूर्यमाणम् अचलप्रतिष्ठं समुद्रमापा प्रविशन्ति यद्वत्
आपूर्यमाणम् अचलं प्रतिष्ठम् समुद्रमापः प्रविशन्ति यद्वत्
तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी
तद्वत् कामायं प्रविशन्ति सर्वे स शान्तिमाप्नोति न कामकामी
विहाय कामान् यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः
विहाय कामान्यः सर्वान् पुमांश्चरति निःस्पृहः
निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिम् अधिगच्छति
निर्ममो निरहङ्कारः स शान्तिमधिगच्छति
एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नैनां प्राप्य विमुह्यति
एषा ब्राह्मी स्थितिः पार्थ नैनां प्राप्य विमुह्यति
स्थित्वास्यम् अन्तकालेऽपि ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति
स्थित्वा तस्य मन्यकाले ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति
हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे राम 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 हरे हरे
Okay, good to see all of you. Is anyone traveling to India in the next few weeks for summer holidays? No? Okay. So whoever is traveling, they already went, I think. Nikun's family, they went. Prasuna, Chandrakala, they went. Who else? I think 2 families. Okay. So what did we discuss last week?
About the soul. About the soul.
Yeah. Any specific points that you remember?
The death, how the soul, what to remember in the new life.
Yeah. Okay. We discussed about near-death experience. What else?
What happens to the soul after death?
So we talked about subtle mind, subtle body, right? How the mind also travels. Yeah. How we carry impressions from this life to the next life. What else? So we were at this verse, 29. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam, ascharyavat vadati tadaiva chanya, ascharyavat chainam anya shrunoti, shrutvaapyenam veda nachaiva kaschit. Some look on the soul as amazing, some describe him as amazing, and some hear him as amazing. While others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. So this is Shloka in 2.29. So after describing some of the characteristics of the soul, like soul is indestructible, imperishable, immutable, how the soul transmigrates from one body to another body at the time of death, just like how we change clothes, how we get rid of the old and torn clothes away, and we are happy to accept new clothes. Similarly, the soul at the time of death is happy. Soul is actually happy. The family members, relatives, friends, they are crying, but the soul is happy. Momentarily, the soul, until the body is burnt, the soul is still attached to the body. That's why the soul keeps wandering around the body to see if the soul can occupy the body. But once the soul realizes that it's not possible, then soul actually becomes happy to accept a new body, because it's a fresh new body, youthful new body, no diseases. So soul is happy, but the family members, they are not. So remember that last class or before that, we discussed we should not cry when there is a death. We should not cry. We should do some kirtan, chant Vishnu Sahasranama, Hanuman Chalisa, or anything, any auspicious mantras we should recite. Bhagavad Gita, Slokas we should recite. So 2 days ago, one of my friends here, his father passed away in India, and then I sent from a nearby town from where I belong. So I sent a group of devotees from ISKCON to his place in village, and then they did kirtan. So he felt so happy, that the son who went from here, he felt so happy that he got some devotees there who were able to sing some kirtan, before the body was cremated. At least the soul got a chance to hear the holy name, So that way soul feels happy. Okay, now coming back to this one, right? The Ascharyavat Paschati. This shloka is popularly known as the amazing shloka. The amazing shloka. Because it's all about Ascharya. There's a word Ascharya which is repeated in almost every line. Ascharyavat Paschati Kaschidenam. Paschati means to see. Ascharya is amazing, astonishment. Ascharyavat Paschati Kaschidenam. Some look on the soul as amazing. And Ascharyavat Vadati Tataiva Chanyaha. Some describe, Vadati means describe. Some describe him, some talk about the soul as amazing. Like how minute the soul is. No, we remember, we discussed, right, the size of the soul. What's the size of the soul?
Extend.
Hmm?
1/10,000.
1/10,000 the tip of the hair. Yeah, that's just to give an approximate size. It's not to say that the size of the soul is exactly like that. Okay, it can be little bigger, little smaller. More bigger, more smaller, we don't know. So some describe him as amazing and some hear of him as amazing. Ascharya vat shrunoti. Shrunoti means to hear. Some hear about him as amazing. Some speak about him as amazing. While others, even after hearing about him, cannot understand him at all. Hmm? So there are different classes of people: first class intelligence, second class intelligence, third class intelligence, and fourth class intelligence. We discussed this many times in the class. So are you able to explain?
I remember that the first class intelligence is, I think it's bottom up. So
Yeah.
I think lower is who behave as just animals, like four things: feeding, desires, and all the materialistic things. So that's
Fourth class. Okay.
And then comes one level up who does the bhajans and bhakti yoga.
No. Does anyone else remember? Hi. I like your drawing.
Thank you.
You drew that Krishna's drawing, right?
Thank you, Bhagavad.
Yeah, very good. Where's your sister today?
Oh, they left to California.
They left her? Okay. But you have two daughters, right?
No, only one.
You have only one. Okay. By the way, I saw your friend also the other
friend's
day.
daughter. She's
No, I saw your friend when
during
at the
this,
farm
vegetable fest?
farm festival.
Yeah, farm festival.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, she told me.
Yeah. Her parents also came. Yeah. I gave some break for all you to think about it. Online? Somebody? Ankita, do you remember the 4 types of intelligence?
I'm thinking, Prabhuji. I do remember this.
Okay.
I do remember this.
Okay. Swati?
Yes, Prabhuji. I'm also trying to recollect.
Yeah. You remember? Okay. Yeah. So the 4 classes of intelligence are first class intelligence, second class, third class, fourth class. First class intelligence is you hear and you get the message. You hear once and you learn. You hear from Shastra either by reading by yourself or, now you remember? Yeah, now you tell.
First is, I think, Praman Pratyaksh.
Oh, no, that is different.
Here and means first is here, one is realization. Like the other is you see.
No, that's different. That is, you're talking about 3 methods of acquiring knowledge. Pratyaksha Praman, Anuman Praman, Shabda Praman. Yeah, that's different. So first class intelligence is you hear once or you read once and you learn the lesson. Nothing else is required. Not, you don't have to go through any experiences or anything. Second class intelligence is you see others going through some experiences, they are suffering and you learn it. Like in Bhagavad Gita, let's say there is a shloka that says if you don't follow Shastra, for example, in 16th chapter there is a shloka which says every action that we do in our life, it should be done according to Shastras. Tasmat Shastram Pramanante. Tasmat Shastram Pramanante. Karya Vyavastitau. All action should be performed according to scriptural injunctions. Now, if we don't follow that instruction, what happens? We will suffer. Just like somebody is driving the car on the road, if they don't follow traffic laws, they will suffer.
Can I try now? I think I remember now. Try.
You remember now? Yeah, try.
So level 4 will never learn.
So level 4 will never learn.
Ah,
Level 3 will learn with experiences.
Level 3 will learn with experiences.
with their own experience.
Yeah, their own.
Yeah,
And
correct?
Yeah, their own.
and then
And
level 2 will learn from the experience of others.
level 2 will learn from the experience of others.
Others. Yeah,
And level 1 is they just hear
yeah,
the
And
shastra
level
and they
1
will
is
remember
they just
always.
hear the Shastra, they will remember always.
yeah. They just read or hear Shastra from someone and then they will learn the lesson. Okay? So, that is being conveyed here in this shloka. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam, ascharyavat vadati tataiva chanyah, ascharyavat chainam anya shrunoti, shrutvaapyenam veda nachaiva kaschit. So when some people hear about the soul, this knowledge, they say, "Oh wow, it sounds amazing," but they don't apply practically. They don't learn the lesson. They don't apply practically. But when they see others who are not following this instruction and they are suffering, you will think that, oh, if I also don't follow, then I will also suffer like that. Then you will learn the lesson. Third thing is, you go through the experience. You don't follow, you go through the miserable experience and you learn the lesson the hard way. Yeah? Learning the lesson uh, at the University of Hard Knocks. Okay? And fourth class is don't learn at all. Okay? Even if you go through the experiences, you don't learn at all. There is a famous saying that says, um, God keeps sending you the same experience in your life, or God keeps sending you the same problem into your life until you learn the lesson. Until you learn the lesson. Sometimes we will see, you know, problems keep coming repeatedly. Same problem, sometimes same type of problem. For example, somebody is getting laid off continuously. I have a friend who got laid off 4 times consequently. He joined Facebook, he got laid off. It was last year actually. And then he joined Amazon. In fact, Amazon just finished their 6,000 layoffs, but they hired him. So in the interview, he asked, "You just recently laid off 6,000 people. Are you sure you need me?" They said, "No, no, no. The layoffs are different for a different purpose, and this hiring is for a different purpose." They hired him, and after 1 or 2 months, they laid him off. So it happened third time, fourth time, like that. So when something is happening like that, you need to introspect. You need to sit down and understand what message Krishna is giving to me. Okay. Um, so we all want to be first class intelligent people. If not first class, at least second class. Okay. We don't want to burn our fingers and then learn the lesson that we should not put our finger in the fire. You know, it's easy to learn the lesson to see somebody else putting the finger in the fire and burning their fingers. That's enough to learn the lesson.
Prabhuji, while seeing others to learn the lesson, but that never is one-to-one relation. Like you might see people who are cruel or they're not good, but they have a good life. So it's a accumulation of past karma or whatever. So means it's not always that when you're learning from someone is has bad, they go through that misery.
Yeah. No,
Means
you don't need to have any relation with them. To learn a lesson, you don't need to have any relation. You
No,
don't.
means like there are people who are happy and have means according to the outside world they have
They seem to be happy.
they seem to be happy.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that means we are not learning anything from them. Sometimes we are at a better position, but we are not at a better position, but we compare.
Yeah.
Like I hope you're understanding. So
Mhm.
we're not learning, but a question comes to our mind that
We are learning bad things actually.
yeah, what means if that person or that
If we think that is happiness,
yeah
we are trying to imitate, we are learning bad things.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it is never a one-to-one that we learn from person who's undergoing that misery. We don't learn from them. I feel like we learn from when we experience. Means reading from scriptures is the first category, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I think because that hard knock that you told, that lesson is a lesson that sticks with you forever, and then you believe in that and you preach to others also because you have faced that.
Yeah.
So I feel like that should be a second class.
Yeah. I mean, some lessons you learn only when you go through the experience by yourself. But many lessons we can learn by seeing others. For example, traffic, somebody violating traffic laws on the highway and they're getting, crashed. When you see that, you will remember the speed limits. You will remember that we should not get, too excited about driving a new car, or you should not get too fascinated about your expensive car. You should be careful. You should remain humble. You should not think that I have uh, I have this car under my foot. The brakes and accelerator are under my foot. Everything is under my control. I can I can show my power. So we should not think that way. We should remain humble. So those accidents will help us remain humble while driving, and it's required. Otherwise, if we don't follow those rules, we'll get into dangerous situations. So like that, in life also, when we see others going through some experiences, we can learn. But I agree, some lessons you will learn only when you go through by yourself. Yeah, and that too, first time we don't learn. Second time, third time, fourth time. Sometimes it requires 10 times, 10 attempts. You go through the experience 10 times and then you will learn. The reason is the conditioning is so thick. Our mind doesn't want to give in so easily. Our mind doesn't want to surrender or give in so easily. So the condition is so thick. It's coming from previous lifetimes, not just this lifetime, right? Previous lifetimes, the conditioning is there. Mind is so stubborn. Mind doesn't want to listen. So it takes some time. Yeah.
But there is also role of karma, right? I mean, whatever happened to others may not happen to us depending on their karma or like our karma.
It may not happen, but most likely it will happen. Because the laws of karma are same for everybody. Your package is different, but the karma principles, the laws of karma are same. For example, let's say the traffic law says that the max speed limit on freeway on 405 going from Bellevue to Bothell, it's 60 or 65 miles. Okay. Now somebody is driving at 70 miles, 75 miles, and you are driving at let's say 72 miles. They are different. Their situation and your situation is different. But what's the governing principle here? The speed limit of 65 miles is the governing principle, which is same for him and for you also. Yeah. So there'll be differences in the circumstances, differences in the karma, but the underlying principle is same. What is the underlying principle? There is Shubha karma and Ashubha karma. Good action, bad action. If you do good action, you will enjoy the results. If you do bad action, you will suffer from the results. This is the underlying principle. The details can vary, but underlying principle is same. Their karma, your karma, the situations, circumstances, the specifics of karma, the particular actions. There's always difference in that. But the underlying principle is same. So, Sanjay, you had something to say?
So what are we talking about? Learning what?
Learning Shastra. Learning lesson means learning Shastra. Yeah. So, in Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, there are so many instructions. Ramayana, there are so many instructions given, right? So what is the lesson from Ramayana that we can learn from Ravanasura?
Not to be arrogant.
Hmm?
Not to be arrogant.
Not to be arrogant. Okay. What else?
From Ramayana?
From Ramayana. What are the lessons that we can learn from Ramayana? Hmm?
So Ravan knew what is dharma, but he didn't follow.
Yeah.
Duryodhana also knew what is dharma, he didn't follow.
Yeah. Yeah. Ravanasura, he was a Pandit. He learnt all the Vedas. He was a Pandit. But still, he could not control his senses. He was greedy. Yeah? He was overcome by lust. So the lesson we can learn from Ravanasura is we should not be greedy. Be satisfied with what you have. He had, some descriptions in Ramayana say that Lanka is more beautiful than Ayodhya. So the kind of palace that he has and the whole city, it's more beautiful than Ayodhya. Ayodhya itself is very beautiful, but some descriptions say that Lanka is more beautiful than Ayodhya. And he has many wives, they're all beautiful, so much of power. Still, he was hankering for something else. So we should not be greedy. We should not be greedy. We should be satisfied with what you have.
I think both Bhagavad Gita and Ramayana teaches, like I think in Bhagavad Gita it's mentioned that humility is the quality that gets you close to the God. And
Yeah. In 13th chapter, Krishna explains, he gives a list of 20 qualities, devotional qualities that one need to cultivate. And it starts with humility. Amanitvam, adhambitvam, ahimsa, kshantirarjavam, acharyopasanam chaucham, sthairyamatma vinigrihaha, and so on. Okay. The first quality is amanitvam, humility, being humble. And we discussed about humility in tolerance, right? Art of tolerance. Be humble than a tree and be more tolerant than the blade of grass, right?
No, it's other way. Humble than the grass.
Humble than
the grass and tolerant.
Tolerant, more tolerant than tree and more humbler than blade of grass. Yeah. So like that, when we read these different Puranas and scriptures and Vedas, we can learn the lesson. Especially Srimad Bhagavatam is full of different case studies. There are different case studies how so and so person violated scriptural injunctions and what happened to them. On the other side, some good devotee, how they followed scriptural injunctions and how they were happy, how God was pleased with them. We learn lessons like this. Okay.
Actually, like the other example that he gave, like about Ravana itself. And there's an interesting thing that I learned. Maybe you can correct me.
Yeah.
He talks about Ravana and karma also. It's like when Indrajit was being born, he kind of like imprisoned all the planets to kind of like be in like one specific what do you call house or bhava, so that like Indrajit can be invincible all throughout.
Yeah.
And what happened there was like it was like a Hanumanji. He kind of like rescued Shani.
Yeah.
Shani Bhagwan. So and there is a subtle relation with Shani Bhagwan and karma. So it is said that like wherever Shani Bhagwan sits, that is where your karma, or like what was your past karma, and he keeps an account of things.
Yeah.
And based on that, that's how he sits in your natal chart and all. So what happened there was like Shani Bhagwan was somebody who was not imprisoned, even though Ravana tried to imprison him in that sense. So in a sense, that's like a subtle understanding of saying that you can't try to like bypass karma or like try to control that part.
Yeah.
In a sense, like only way to do it is like through bhakti, which is like Hanuman. He's like the epitome of bhakti, right?
Yeah.
Karma kind of listens to that.
Yeah. So there is Shubha karma, Ashubha karma, and then Akarma, or karma, Vikarma, and then Akarma. So karma is any good action that has a good result. Vikarma is any bad action that has a bad result. You suffer from it. And then Akarma is that action that has no reaction. Like all the devotional services, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. Any of these 9 limbs, Navavida Bhakti, anything that you do in Bhakti that doesn't have any reaction, that is Akarma. Okay?
We know so many things are good, but we don't do it. Like not like Raman or Duryodhan, but we know doing yoga is good.
Yeah.
We don't do it every day, right?
Yeah. So Arjuna, what to speak of ourselves? Arjuna himself had that question. Okay? I'll show you that.
Prabhuji, we used to say whenever we die, we should take the name of Prabhuji, right?
Name of?
Name of
Krishna.
Krishna, right?
Yeah.
So, but Rama himself was being died by Ramji. So he was getting the darshan of Ramji every day.
Yeah, he got liberated.
Oh.
Yeah, anyone who is killed by the Lord, or anyone who dies in front of the Lord, they get
He
liberated.
did so bad, but still he got free of all these things.
Yeah. So his, his role in the whole Rama Leela is he was an instrument. So who is Ravanasura?
Jaya Vijaya.
Jaya Vijaya. So in the Vaikunta, there are 2 guardians at the Dwaram of the Lord. In Vaikunta, Mahavishnu is there, right? So at the entrance of the Mahavishnu's abode, there are Jaya and Vijaya on left and right side. They are the guardians, Dwarapalakas. Okay? So once the 4 Kumaras, okay? The 4 Kumaras, they try to enter the abode of Vishnu to meet with him. But Jaya Vijaya do not allow them. And then the 4 Kumaras, they become angry and they curse Jaya Vijaya. Then meanwhile Vishnu comes. He comes to know that something is happening. He comes and then he offers an apology to the 4 Kumaras. Even though he is the Supreme Lord, but he shows the proper etiquette. He pays an apology to 4 Kumaras, and then the Supreme Lord asks the 4 Kumaras, now what's the remedy here? You cursed Jaya Vijay, so what's the remedy here? Then the 4 Kumaras, they give 2 options. One option is Jaya Vijay, either they have to take birth in the earthly planet, they have to, from Vaikunta, they have to fall down into the earthly planet, and they have to lead 3 lifetimes as demons, or they have to be born as 3 lifetimes as demons and 4 lifetimes as devotees. Okay? So then Jaya Vijaya chose the first option. they wanted to be born as demons because they don't want to be away from the Lord for an extra lifetime. So in 3 lifetimes they can finish this curse, and for that they are ready to be born as demons. I mean, they could have chosen the devotee option. Everything will be good and nobody will defame them, nobody will ridicule them. 4 lifetimes they can spend as devotee and then go back to Vaikuntha. But they don't want to wait that longer. The duration is longer. So that's why they chose to become demons for 3 lifetimes and then they went back. So in the first lifetime, in Satya Yuga, Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. Jaya Vijay brothers, right? So Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha. Next life, Treta Yuga, Ravanasura and Kumbhakarna. Okay. Dwapara Yuga. Next Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Shishupal and Dantavakra. Shishupal and Dantavakra. So after 3 lifetimes, they went back to Vaikuntha. Yeah. So it's an instrument. He was an instrument. Ravanasura, he was an instrument. Yeah. I mean, apparently it seems that he has done bad things, but he's taking part in the whole Leela of Rama Leela, Ramayana.
Will they know that they are the incarnations of Vijayavachana?
No. The yoga potency, Yogamaya potency covers them. Even Ramachandra did not know that he was God. Yeah. When Krishna took an avatara in Dwapar Yuga as Krishna, Krishna knew that he was God. Narsimha, when he was born, when he appeared, he knew he was God. But all other incarnations like Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, all those avataras, they knew that they were God. But Ramachandra incarnation, he did not know that he was God. Yeah.
Until last minute, like.
I mean, until the Leela ended, he all remained as a human being only. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there any reason for that?
So the purpose is different. The purpose is to act as a Maryada Purushottama. Maryada Purushottama. To set a proper etiquette for human beings, to set an example as a good king. So the purpose is different. The purpose of Krishna Avatara is to kill all those demons. The purpose of Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, the purpose of Narsimha Avatara is to kill Hiranyakashipu. Yeah. So here the purpose is just to set, because in the material world, in Kali Yuga, we are all living in this miserable period, right? Kali Yuga is the most miserable period compared to other yugas. So how to lead as a good citizen, good human being, how to lead as a good son, how to lead as a good husband, how to lead as a good brother, like that. He was setting examples for all these things. Yeah.
And also it has something to do with the Ravana's boon, right? Ravana boon was also like he can't be killed by anything else but humans and Vanaras.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is also there.
And one question. So you mentioned in Mahabharata they took Shishupal and Danta Karma. We heard
Dantavakra.
We heard about Shishupal in Mahabharata many times.
Yeah.
But I have not heard that character.
Yeah. So Dantavakra's description was not very elaborative in either Bhagavatam or Mahabharata. But Shishupal, as we all know the story, he keeps on he keeps on insulting Krishna, and Krishna gives him chances until 99th time, and then 100th time he kills with Sudarshan Chakra. So Dantavakra, he's a brother of Shishupala. There's a small description in Bhagavatam. He helps. What's his name? Jarasandha, I believe. Yeah, he is in the team of Jarasandha. Yeah, he is in the team of Jarasandha. Yeah. Okay.
Even
Now
Ekalavya was
here,
in his camp.
huh?
Even Ekalavya was in Jarasandha's camp.
Yeah. So this slide, it's an interesting thing, right? Whatever you think the opposite. It was a famous quote by Paul Arden. Uh, so why this quote is mentioned in the context of the knowledge of the soul? When we hear about the knowledge of the soul, what are the different attributes or characteristics that we hear? Soul is indestructible, immutable, imperishable. Soul cannot be cut with a sword or weapon. Soul cannot be withered with wind. Soul cannot be moistened with water, and so on. So,
So that really means it's not material, right? You cannot.
yeah,
Poetic way of saying it's not material.
yeah,
Not cutting, not right.
yeah. But in general, because we are in the material world and we are habituated to identifying and understanding everything from a material perception. Okay, what is material perception? It is temporary. Matter is temporary. Somebody can cut. Somebody can cut the matter with a sword, and a heavy wind can wither matter. Water can moisten the matter, like that. So when we hear completely opposite about the soul, we don't get convinced. We don't get convinced. We think it's some fairy tale. Somebody is telling some fairy tale. It may not be true. First of all, soul itself is so minute. How can I even believe that it exists?
If it is not material, then possibly it's hard to describe this science, right? It's not material.
Yeah.
The science belongs to material.
Yeah. So this quotation is not for us because we all believe in whatever is being said so far, right? It is for the scientists, the highly intelligent people. We are less intelligent, so it is not for us. It is for those high intellectual people who don't believe in soul. Okay? But if there is at least one person like Sanjay, then this slide is for him. So differences between body and matter. Body is temporary, non-conscious, devoid of any bliss. Soul is Sat Chit Ananda. These are the three characteristics or compositions of the soul. For example, matter. What is matter made of? The Pancha Mahabhuta. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Bhumi, Rapo, Nalo, Vayu, Kam. These are the 5 elements. But the soul is made up of Sat, Chit, Ananda. These are the constituents of the soul. Now imagine these 3 as raw material. Okay. For example, to make this door, you need the wood, the raw wood, and some metal to make the handle and these joints. That's the raw material. Similarly, this body, the raw material for the body is earth, water, fire, air, ether. Similarly, to make a wall, they need bricks, cement, and some sand, some water, like that. Those are the constituents of the wall. Similarly, the constituents of the soul are Sat, Chit, Ananda. Now we cannot comprehend this, right? How can something be made of Sat, Chit, Ananda?
We are attributes.
Huh?
The attributes of the soul.
No, these are the attributes, and also these are the constituents of the soul. This is the raw material of the soul. The soul is made up of this raw material. Sat, Chit, Ananda. Now we cannot comprehend that. Sitting here in the material world, we cannot comprehend that. When we achieve progress in bhakti, achieve perfection, when we go to spiritual world, we will get a spiritual body. That time, it will become clear to us. Until then, no matter how many books you read, how much hard you try, you can never figure out what is Sat Chit Ananda. I really want to see. Only then I'll believe that soul exists. You will never figure that out. You can never find that information.
I mean, logically, if you have thought about it,
Yeah.
that anything that gets created gets destroyed.
Yes.
The material world given in no evidence. So
Yeah.
something is not destroyed.
Yeah.
Soul has to be something that is not created, otherwise it gets destroyed.
Yeah, it's not created.
That's why it's eternal.
Yeah, soul was never created.
There's no evidence otherwise.
Hmm?
And all the material things are, anything created gets destroyed. There's no other evidence.
Yeah.
Something eternal. So soul has to be not created for it to be not destroyed.
Yes. Yeah, that's why soul is eternal. Eternal means no beginning, no ending. No creation, no destruction.
Universe has a beginning, it's going to end.
Yeah.
Right? And soul will not end.
Yeah.
So it's not created.
Yeah, nobody created. So that's the definition of eternality, right? When we say somebody created the soul, the moment when we say God created the soul, sometimes we hear this philosophy, right? Initially, God was alone, he was feeling bored, and then he wanted to, play with some people. He wanted to put them in some miseries and then sit there and enjoy, watch the show and enjoy. Like that, right? Children, do you all agree? When you watch movies or video games or cartoons, what is the one thing that you all enjoy the most? If somebody is getting beaten up, right? If somebody is getting shot. That's the thing you all enjoy, right? Avit, do you watch cartoons? Yeah? By the way, you entered the room exactly when we were reciting Avit's name.
Oh, yes.
25th shloka. Yeah.
The one thing I appreciate about your kid is he's kind of completely into kind of bhakti kind of thing. Every time he puts this namam and then he comes here, I feel so good.
He reminds me that
Shloka chapter.
even I will forget sometimes.
శ్లోక చెప్పు చూడు నిన్ను నువ్వు అక్కడ చూసుకుంటావా వీడియోలో చూసుకుంటూ చెప్పు నువ్వు ఎంత బాగా చెప్తే నువ్వు అక్కడ అంత బాగా కనపడతావు చూడు చెప్పు సరే వద్దులే నువ్వేం కనపడద్దు అక్కడ చెప్పు కనపడలేదు ఇప్పుడు నాట్ శ్లోక లాస్ట్ వీక్ చెప్పినావు కదా లాస్ట్ వీక్ దేహినోస్మిన్ యథా దేహే చెప్పావు కదా అనదర్ శ్లోక నౌ మాత్రా స్పర్శాస్తు okay, that's okay. Yeah, so Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means eternal, Chit is conscious, Ananda is blissful, and matter is completely opposite of this. Asat, Achit, Nirananda. Okay, no matter how much ever you try, you can never become happy here. There's a temporary flickering happiness, but that will very soon fade away. Very soon the reality will kick in, and it's like they say, right? Marriage, there is a period of honeymoon and then Then they'll say, I just finished my honeymoon. The reality kicks in. So, temporary, not conscious, devoid of any bliss.
Bliss and Sukha Dukha are same, it's different.
Huh?
Sukha and Dukha are
Sukha and Dukkha.
different than bliss.
Yeah, Sukha, Dukkha, they are different. They are opposites.
Bliss is
Sukha
something
and bliss.
Bliss is something different.
Yeah, bliss is Ananda.
It's different than Sukha Dukha?
Different than Sukha. Because Sukha is temporary happiness. Ananda is permanent happiness. Yeah.
I think bliss is like if you see both Sukha and Dukkha the same, then it's bliss.
Yeah. Yeah. If you see Sukha and Dukkha same, if you don't differentiate between Sukha and Dukkha, that is Ananda. Yeah, well said. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo. Yeah.
So Sukha Dukha both belong to actually body.
Body.
Ananda belongs to soul.
Soul. Yeah. Because these are all dualities. Sukha, Dukkha, Jaya, Vijaya. These are all dualities.
Consciousness makes sense because body is not conscious. Soul brings consciousness to the body. So
Yeah. Yeah.
without soul, body has no consciousness.
Yeah. So in this chapter, the definition of yoga is given. How is it given? Siddhya siddhyo samatvam yoga uchyate. Yogastha kuru karmani. Okay, let me share for online people. So the shloka number 48. Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Perform your duty equipoised, O Arjuna, abandoning all attachment to success or failure. Such equanimity is called yoga. Samatvam. Samatvam between sukha, dukkha, labha, jaya, jayo. That is called yoga. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Uchyate means said. It is said that yoga is samatvam. Yoga means samatvam, to have this feeling of samatvam. Samatvam means equality. Balanced. Yeah. And then towards the end of this chapter, Krishna explains about sthita prajna. Same thing, balance. How to be equipoised in both distress and happiness. How to be equipoised. That is Ananda. Okay. So further attributes of the soul. Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, nachainam kledayantyapo, nashoshayati marutaha. So Sakshi, can you read the translation?
Soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water,
or not withered by the wind. Okay. Because the reason why Krishna is giving different so the reason why Krishna is giving different elements and saying that soul cannot be destroyed with any of these elements, it is to say that in the material world there can be different types of weapons. Okay, like we have nuclear weapons, atomic weapons, water weapons, different types of weapons, right? But soul can never be destroyed with any of these weapons. Okay. Soul is individual. This is another important piece of information about the soul. Soul is individual, the individuality of the soul. In other schools of spirituality, like people who practice impersonalism, okay, Mayavad philosophy, there is Dvaita, Advaita, okay, two different philosophies. Advaita means there is only one, Brahman. There is only one entity, that is Brahman, the supreme Brahman. And all the living entities, all the jivas who are in the material world, after they get liberated, they'll go and merge in that supreme Brahman. That means they will lose their identity and then they become one with God. But here Krishna is saying soul is individual. Natvevaham jatu nasam natvam neme janadipa nachayva bhavishyamaha sarve vayam ataparam. Krishna is telling, never was there a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, nor in the future shall any of us cease to be. Individual, soul is individual. We have our individual identity in the spiritual world. We will serve the Lord in a particular relation. Each of us, I mean, there are unlimited number of souls, right? In the material world itself, there are so many jivas. Now in the spiritual world, much more, right? 3 times more than what we have here. But still, there is a unique relationship between Krishna and the jiva. There is a completely very unique relation. For example, when a parent, they have 10 children. I know a person who comes to the temple, Samamish temple, American family, they have 10 children. They have 10 children. If you look at the father, he looks like he is one of the children. He is such a young person. He looks so young. He is very thin. Even now, after 10 children also, he looks very thin, very young, very handsome. So they have a van when they come to the temple. It's not a Honda Odyssey, it's not a Toyota Highlander. That's not enough for them, right? 10 people. It's some, I don't know what is that, some big van actually. Okay, so it's an old van that they have. So 10 people come in that van. So when a parent has 10 kids, there is a specific type of loving exchange with each child. Okay, the way the parent loves each child is different. The parent loves all of them equally, but the way the father or mother perform that act of love and the loving exchanges is totally different. Okay, so just like that, all the jivas, they are individual. They serve the God in a different relation, in a unique relation. That's all about variety. And we all like variety, and Krishna also likes variety. In spiritual world, that's the in spiritual world, the variety is the thing that enhances rasa in the relationship between God and jiva. Okay, each devotee or each jiva serves the Lord in a particular variety, and this variety is not constant. In spiritual world, it's not constant. It's unlimited, and it's increasing. The number of varieties are increasing, and there are already unlimited number of varieties, and that is also increasing. Unlimited itself is is a big number, right? But that unlimited itself is increasing. Let's say, for an argument's sake, unlimited means 1 billion. Okay, but the number of varieties in spiritual world is ever increasing. 1 billion will become 2 billion, 2 billion will become 3 billion, like that. Yeah, the number of varieties will keep on increasing.
Variety of what?
Variety of anything, variety of flowers, variety of fruits, variety of dresses, variety of vehicles, variety of cows, variety of whatever you can think of. So variety of sweets, variety of things to eat, it's increasing. Yeah. In material world, we also have too many options for every small thing. If you want to buy a small pencil, there are 1,000 different options. But still, it's not like unlimited. It's kind of constant. Okay. At any point of time, it's constant. So let's say somebody can do a survey of finding all the different brands of pencils in the whole world. They'll come up with a constant number. And maybe after 1 year or 2 years, somebody will come up with a different brand. But in spiritual world, the moment you start counting the number of varieties, you will receive another 1 billion varieties there. Yeah. Okay. Spirit soul does not undergo any transformations. Na jayate mriyate va kadachin nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyah ajo nitya shashvatoyam purano na hanyate anyamane sharire. Shesh Bhavani, can you read the translation?
But the soul, there is neither birth nor death at any time. He has not come into being, does not come into being, and will not come into being. He is unborn, eternal, ever existing, and primeval. He is not slain when the body is slain.
Yeah, so he is unborn. See this? Yeah.
Makes perfect scientific sense. Makes perfect scientific sense.
Yeah. It leaves no ends for any confusion or any room for argument. Okay. Soul is infinitesimally small. We already discussed this. Situated in the region of the heart. Vasamsi Jirnani, just like how we get rid of the old and torn clothes, similarly, soul discards the old and useless body and then takes up a new body. Soul is inconceivable. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadevam viditvainam nanushochitum arhasi. Avyakta means unmanifest. Okay, soul is inconceivable means it cannot be perceived with our material senses. It cannot be conceived with our material senses, but it can only be realized through Shastra Jnana. It can be realized through Shastra Jnana and then your own experience. You get knowledge from the scriptures and you perform some action, karma yoga. Okay, so what we are learning now is knowledge of the soul. We are learning knowledge of the soul. This is all theory. This will all remain theory until you perform karma yoga, which is in chapter 3. So the purpose of karma yoga is to do some practicals in the material world, get some experiences and perceive the soul. That is self-realization. Self-realization means realizing the presence of the soul. Realizing the presence of the soul. Okay, we use this word oftentimes, right? Oh, I didn't realize that it is so good, right? So similarly, right now we are not realizing. Sometimes this word people don't understand. Realization. What is realization? Is it understanding, or what exactly it is? Now, realization means we use the word, right? Oh, I didn't realize it's so good until I tasted it. I didn't realize it's so good. Huh?
Personally
It's
experienced.
actually experiencing. Yeah. You taste it, you go through it, you experience it. So until that point, it is avyakta, unmanifest. Avyaktoyam achintyoyam avikaryoyam uchyate tasmadevam viditvainam nanushochitu marhasi. So knowing the nature of the soul, that it is invisible, inconceivable, immutable, you should not lament. Nanushochitum arhasi. So elements of gross body, earth, water, fire, air, ether, subtle body, mind, intelligence, and false ego. So earth, we know, the dirt basically, right? The what you see here, that is earth. Fire, the fire element. Water, water element. Air, the air. What is ether?
Space, empty space.
Empty space. So what is the purpose of space? How does it work? How does it help in the material world?
That is how we are building stuff on the earth, like in the space. I mean, kind of that is what we are looking at.
Pump blood. To pump blood entire body. Maybe some.
To pump blood in the body. Okay. Ether.
What is the purpose of space?
Yeah, what is the purpose of ether or space?
To give distinctive boundary, right? If there is no space, then there is no you and me, right?
Space means area or vacuum?
Not the area. Yeah, like vacuum. Yeah.
Space gives identity.
Identity?
Space is the one that gives identity. Atom is different from another atom because there is space in it. Right? Within atom there is a space between electron, proton, neutron.
Okay.
In everything there is a space. Right?
Even without space also there's a difference in two atoms.
No, without space there is no difference. It will be the same thing. Space gives it a border, right? Boundary.
No, if they are.
Earth is different than more because there is a space in it, right?
Yeah, let's say they are congruent. They are together. They are together. There's no space in between. They are together, but there is a difference in them. Like, when you open this dry wall here, right? I mean, not here, but in India, you'll see bricks, right? There's no space in between two bricks.
Actually, what we can now see, there is a space.
Yeah. So what we can see, there's no space.
But
Yeah.
filled with air or something like space is when you say vacuum.
Yeah.
Even air shouldn't be there.
Yeah. So ether helps in two ways. One is yes, sound. This is the medium for transporting sound. Yeah. Sound travels through ether. Now when I'm speaking, you are hearing, right? Yeah, it is traveling through ether. That is one purpose. Another purpose is to keep things together. Within the body, there are so many cells, so many limbs, right? So it keeps the things together.
Gives shape.
Yeah, you can think like that. Yeah. And subtle body, mind, false ego, and intelligence. Mind we all know. Mind is not same as brain, by the way. Okay. Mind is mind, brain is brain. Mind, where does mind exist?
So
No. Soul is made up of Sat Chit Ananda. But this is still body. Mind is part of body, but it is subtle body.
Mind is manas here.
Manas.
Manas is where we experience things. Manas is where we experience things.
Yeah.
All the signals go to manas from where we perceive things.
Signals go to brain.
causes based on yoga and prayer, that causes some disturbance on the manas.
Hmm.
Manas then mentally perceives something like that.
Yeah. So mind is in the heart region. It's in the heart region. Just like the soul, it's in the heart region. Yeah. Intelligence, we all know intelligence is the ability to discriminate between good and bad. Okay, right and wrong, good and bad.
Is buddhi?
Buddhi. Intelligence is buddhi. Mano, buddhi, ahankara.
Ahankara.
False ego is ahankara. Yeah. So this false ego or ahankara, it makes you think that you are the body. It makes you think that you are the body. And this is given purposefully by God. Because we wanted to become that. We wanted to become a separate identity, separate from Krishna. We don't want to serve Krishna. We don't want to be a servant of Krishna. We wanted to become our own God. That's why we fell from the spiritual world into material world.
So this is Jiva, subtle body in Jiva?
Yeah, this is for Jiva. So because we wanted to become God, we wanted to stay away from God. So God gave this component of false ego, ahankara, to have this experience that to identify ourselves with the body and see if you can feel that you are God or not. Now forget about we becoming God, but we cannot even control things. We cannot even control anything in this life, right? There are many things that we cannot control. In fact, we cannot control anything.
We want to control things.
Huh?
We want to control things. We want to control things.
We want to control, but we cannot control. Yeah. We cannot control our mind. We cannot control this body. We cannot control how the body functions. We cannot control how the food is digested. Huh? We cannot control our own wife or husband. We cannot control our own children.
That is the major fight.
That's the major thing. We cannot control our own car. These days, Tesla is controlling everybody. What's the time? 8? Yes. Okay. Yeah. I think we are almost at the end. So this is already there. Soul is trapped. The chariot of life. We discussed this many times.
Who am I?
Yeah. So, yeah, the other things are not required.
What is Mayavad?
Mayavad. Mayavad is an impersonalist. Impersonalist means people who don't believe in the personal form of God. They believe that God is Nirakar, Nirgun, Nirakar, no qualities, no Rupam. Yeah. But God has a form, God has qualities. He's a person. Even in Bible it is mentioned. Man is made in the image of God. So just like how we have 2 hands, 2 legs, Krishna also has 2 hands, 2 legs. In other forms he has Chaturbhuja, Vishnu form, Narayana form, he has 4 hands. But Krishna, who is the supreme personality of Godhead, from whom all other avatars come, he is like us, 2 hands.
There is one fundamental thing. Bible says God created. God created human soul. So He created
everything.
So here,
7 days, 7
Here it is not created.
now here also we are created, right? In the material world, the body is created. Body, this form is created, right? Yeah, Brahma created, right? So that's what they mean to say.
I don't think there is a soul in it.
Yeah, there is no soul concept in Bible.
No, in the original Bible it is there, but whatever Bible is available now, it's all corrupted one. Yeah, it's all corrupted one. In the original Bible, they say, "Thou shall not kill." Right? That means we should not kill anybody. But if you read Bible, actually, they have modified it, saying that thou shall not murder. Because murder, the word murder is used for human beings. You shoot somebody or you kill somebody with a sword, that is murder. But thou shall not kill means any living entity, animal, human being, anybody. So they have changed that to thou shall not murder. That means you cannot murder, you cannot kill humans, but everything else you can kill. So
But this is at least the Bible is far better than Quran. I feel, Prabhuji.
yeah. Yeah. So I mean, we don't need to compare different religions. We don't need to compare different scriptures. We just need to think that we are so fortunate to have access to this knowledge. This is the best of all knowledge, best of all material knowledge, best of all spiritual knowledge. So, and this is not blind philosophy. Krishna is not asking us to put blind faith here. Krishna is telling in 9th chapter, there is a shloka. Raja Vidya, Raja Guhyam. Raja Vidya means this is the king of knowledge. Raja Guhyam, this is the king of all secrets. Pavitram, this is the purest. Uttamam, this is the best. Pratyaksha Avagamam. Pratyaksha means by yourself. Avagamam means realization. You can experience this knowledge by your own realization. It's not blind faith. In other religions, they say if you don't believe, if you don't have faith, you will go to hell. All those things. So this is very scientific. Bhagavad Gita is very scientific.
Is it good to know some comparison, like key differentiation in other religions?
If you want to become a preacher, and especially if you want to preach to Western audience or wide range of audiences, yes, it's good to get knowledge of different scriptures, different religions, compare, do that study. Otherwise, if you are only preaching to Indians who already believe in God, who already believe in soul.
But the problem is, like, if we try to preach the other people who believe in their own religion or in their own scriptures, Prabhuji,
Yeah.
the thing is, like, they don't let us live. That is the problem. Yeah, that is what I have seen.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very straightforward to preach to them.
Yeah.
But see, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, what did he do? He came directly to America and he said, whatever you are doing is nonsense. Yeah, no, look, he came to America first. Yeah, he said, whatever you're all doing is nonsense. Somebody who does not know anyone here in America, who does not have any money, no power, no money, no influence, no shelter, no house, and he comes here and he tells, whatever you are doing is nonsense.
That was the height of racism.
Height of?
Racism. That was very, very racist.
Yeah. Because there were no Indians, right? Practically there were no Indians. Yeah. So, yeah, for us it is difficult, but if you learn the art, slowly we'll be able to preach to them.
In India, it may be more required because they'll be trying to do in some ways, like the other religious.
Yeah. Oh, there is a conversion happening big time. Yeah, big time.
Preaching of Gita has stopped.
I agree. Preaching of Gita is not happening at the level that is required.
In my small town itself, which I have seen so many of, like, these kind of people who are like kind of what to say, who like maids
Converting.
and all this, like they convert themselves to Christianity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they offer packages.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. There is
They
a
get
there is a
funds, lot
there
of
is
funds.
there is a price. If you belong to a Brahmin family and you want to become a Christian, we give you 10 lakhs. Okay? If you are a Kshatriya and you want to convert to Christian, we'll give you 5 lakhs. If you are a Vaishya and you are ready to be converted to Christian, maybe 3 lakhs.
The
Shudra and all other castes, maybe 1 lakh.
The worst thing is, Prabhuji, like my friends, they are from Srisalem. They like their family, they work as priests at like the temple, Srisalem temple.
Yeah.
Now it has changed so badly that like Muslims are occupying all over the place, and they are even selling the meat in front of the temple itself.
Yeah.
It has become so bad.
Yeah. So, okay. So I think it's 8:10. We'll stop here. Thank you everyone for joining. Hare Krishna. Granthara Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki
Jai.
Jai. Srila Prabhupada
Hare
ki
Krishna.
Jai.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna everyone. See you all next week. Yeah.